Everything is working. I'm hoping. I'm praying. That was weird. For some reason my connection was weak. I have no idea why. Anyway, I swear to God, every one time I try to string Golden Kamuy, something does in theory go wrong. So yes, so we actually are episode 2 of Golden Kamuy season 4, which is still the same, but we're back with more of it. And yeah, I mean, episode 1 was once again an amazing introduction. Misui is adorable in the anime series. I actually absolutely adore how they've done his character in the actual anime. He's actually a lot more cute than he actually was in the manga, which is actually saying a lot. I mean, the major thing is we actually ended on the beginning of the Karakura detective arc, which is actually kind of a cool arc in a way. I also kind of like that. Also, they look at the idea of everyone can, in theory, be taken out at any given point. The idea of Hichikata and also subsequent Yoshiyama being out cold completely is actually a very interesting concept. That's actually quite cool because it does, in theory, tell you at that point in time you don't know what can, in theory, happen at any given point with any characters. Constant level of fear all the time. So yes, still recovering from my chest infection, so it has not gone. It's still with me. Holy shit, I hit microphone just then as well. So to actually actually go on live before I forget to actually do that. I'm hoping I'm actually gotta fix this whole entire problem with Crunchyroll. I think I might have fixed it, I'm not too sure, because instead of going through the website, I'm going through the app instead on Windows, which is, by all accounts, pretty shit anyway. So we're not solving any issues, it's still a terrible experience, no less. But, at the same time, it might be better than watching it the other way that might then just kind of die. So, let's start this thing in 3, 2, 1. Let's start this thing absolutely now. I actually had sound. It would help. I didn't have sound. I was like, wait a minute, it's a sound dead. That's working fine. I love Oshima. I actually imagine how Oshima actually wakes up every single morning, just breaks something, and it's kind of like, oh shit, I'm awake, aren't I? Hello, how's it going? How are you doing today? How are you? Kinky Deska. I guess we actually know what Oshima wants in the morning, immediately, when he wakes up. Man's committed. The man's committed. Don't call him Penis Sensei for nothing, as they say. Oh, I've forgotten. This is the chapter with the Iron Giant, isn't it? The reference to Iron Giant. Pussy monster. I love how that actually has a dual meaning as well. By him being a pussy monster means he's drowning in pussy, which is, by all accounts, a concept we need to know whether or not Penis Sensei himself is actually a pussy monster. Gotta know. That's the most important. It's like the most important mystery in all of Golden Kamuy, to be honest. I still love that. I still love Sugimoto appears immediately and Elgato appears afterwards. It makes me happy. But yeah, I mean, by all accounts, Golden Kamuy back, and it's actually amazing. I love it. For some reason, this series, more specifically than most other series, is when it kind of just has that break and comes back. It's just so fucking good still. It's like it never feels like any part of it falters. It just keeps going. I love it. I wish I had more of it more often, to be honest. I want to see Hichikata more often. He's not my favorite. He's not one of my favorite characters in the whole entire series. Probably top 2, I'd say. I don't know. Actually, that's pretty difficult to say. I say, oh, he's top 2 favorite characters. I'm like, wait a minute. Golden Kamuy has way too many good characters in it. I just love how Riko and Kakuta's actually introduced with them being fucking naked. And so is Batara the Pirate as well. It's so good. I love it. You really couldn't kill Hichikata even if you tried, to be honest. He'll just magically just come back. One man's craving for pussy actually got him out of being almost life or death situation, to be honest. Also, MVP of the whole entire series, Katakura, as well. What he actually doesn't realize, he's just kind of there sleeping. he took the opportunity to actually be like, you know what, I can go for a nap right now, to be honest. I've been through a lot of shit recently. He's like, I've got him. I'm gonna kill Hichikata Toshizo myself. He's like, wait a minute, he's just sleeping. What the fuck? He didn't bank on one of them having a massive sex drive, though. let's be real here. Didn't bank on that whole entire idea. I'm impressed to actually know that he actually can in theory skate that well as well. The actual idea he's doing the kick laugh as well is amazing. It adds so much more to the scene. I guess he's upgraded from one punch man to one slap man, to be honest. When pussy goes too far. We can say that pussy's deadly. He's just straight up like, I gotta get rid of him. Just straight up, and Charles like, you know what? I gotta get rid of this guy. He's dangerous. Tadakura will find a way to do everything. He always does. Got him there. Got him there completely. Absolutely destroyed. Let's like look at the events of this whole entire episode so far. Child finds Ushiyama, who's basically lost his mind and craves only one thing, that thing being Percy, and also Peaches. Subsequently, utilizes them as a weapon to actually subsequently get rid of the bullies, but then realize said weapon is way too strong and actually now must dispatch of him. Chainsaw Man pacing, be damned. The little smile he has. The little smile he has. It's not a good bluff. It's like the one place he could hide it was his ass. That's the only thing he knows. All he knows is to hide things in asses and find things in asses. Truly is an ass man himself. I also realized something. This episode of Golden Kamuy is basically the episode of SpongeBob where the SpongeBob gets the horse, the seahorse, and then must get rid of him at the end of the episode. That's right. So it's basically exactly the same plot. Man, it's turned to skating anime. I love that plan. Pretty amazing plan if you actually think about it. That would actually be a Kekaki Dori moment, actually, when you think about it. the pussy moment's over. How does one man have a dick after that? How is it not frozen or just ripped off? Holy shit. It's not the most painful experience of any of life itself. Just seeing that. I felt that. He got betrayed by his dick. I love how he said all that stuff while also being half naked. Let's not forget, he's got his dick out still. The more I think about it, a lot of things in this series get resolved with the dude's dicks out, which is maybe a theory involved there for real life. Who knows? I don't. But surprisingly, everyone does everything in this show naked. It's very involved. It's such an involved process. Nah, bro, that sounds like a really bad plan. I'm gonna do it some other way. I respect that. I mean, Tesla Luck's kind of like a loose term in this context. This is basically life or death. This is a good time to actually get into the backstory before he died. At least he was honest about it as well, to be honest. He's like, you know what, can I just spill my beans about my backstory for a little while? I'm sorry, is lightning that fucking strong? Holy shit. They never hear like about burns and stuff when it comes to lightning strikes. Never like, by the way, essentially. That's fucking terrifying. There's gonna be some kind of like twist of the century in this whole entire thing. Now, because if you go for Ushiyama, the whole entire thought of pussy would just overpower him to the point of no return. I told you. He's just like, he's like, I won't be incapacitated at all because I'm just gonna take some sleep here. Well, there you go. Holy shit, there you go. Play like a fiddle. Play like a goddamn fiddle. So basically, the real bad guy in this whole entire episode is Lightning. Let's be real. Let's realize something. Another character has to prove something as well later on, doesn't he? Someone what I'm talking about there. A very intelligent character will talk about something very important like that later on. Love Kadokura had to come out and basically just be like, yeah, that's the entire plot of this whole episode, guys. Thank you. Praise be the pussy. praise be the pussy. Oh, that was by all accounts a very wild episode of Golden Kamuy once again, as always. One of those things that this show does not ever let up not being absolutely goddamn insane, which is really telling of this whole entire show, because this show is a historical manga. You would feel like they'll just play it normal and be like, okay, historical gold, let's go after the gold, some pretty crazy characters here and there, but the entire fucking plot of this show is batshit insane. Like, no single character in this show is actually, like, canonically kind of sane at this point. Everyone's kind of crazy in their own ways. And I love that about this show as well, because no single event in this show is ever kind of boring because of it, because everyone is just kind of crazy. And it makes every single episode just ever more enjoyable to watch, because you don't know what's going to come next. That's the major thing. Oh, also realize what one of the arcs of this episode, one of the arcs of this season will be as well. That'd be very interesting to see. I think that's actually next. And I kind of like that about episode, about whole entire anime overall, really, as well, because anime overall always just kind of constantly surprises you when actually how it just concludes. Like in essence, you thought yourself Hichikata has to have done something. You can't be taken out completely. The man's too strong. The man's, as they say. And by all accounts, he wasn't. He was actually very smart. Oh shit. Well, sulfur, eh? So yeah. God, Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah, I've also got to run minimize Crunchyroll because I am glowing right now. Holy shit. I am glowing. So yes, it was an amazing episode, I must admit. It was one of those episodes that really kind of reminds me that this show is just the best all around. I love it to bits. And I like how even the actual antagonists of the arcs, even though they might be very minimal to the overall overarching plot, do leave a lasting impression. The idea of this whole entire thing of there's always a cause to what's going on here. It never really feels like the characters it doesn't really feel like most of the characters they just wake up one day like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna be evil today. No, it generally feels like there's a reason to why the characters turn the way they do. May that be a event in their life that completely changes the perception of the entire thing. And I like that about it, because it's always one of those things that these characters feel fresh because of it, because you can tell like they're not just meant to be antagonists. They're people who have had something done to them that's caused them to go that way. Don't get me wrong, there is characters that are just, you know, crazy and evil. But for the most part, there's always these characters that always feel like they're real in that way. I like that about this show all the time. It constantly has that idea going forward and also behind as well. Every single season always felt fresh because of it. I never really felt like I was bored ever, because each arc had something. And his arc actually had the idea of test of luck. The idea that something will happen and then it will kind of prove something in a way. I mean, someone else has a very similar perception on the world as well. We'll see that later on. We'll see that kind of beforehand. We'll see that later on especially. But yeah, it's one of those things that is just really cool. I also like that the animation itself is slightly, there's improvements here and there. The stabbing scene with Kadakura as well, that whole entire section felt really, really well done. I like how Brainspace are adapting this whole entire show. It doesn't really feel too different from Geno Studio, which I was kind of disappointed by, so I thought they might elevate it even more beyond Geno Studio's actual efforts, but they kind of kept it relatively the same, and I actually kind of like it because it doesn't really feel too jarring. There's this idea that sometimes studio changes do feel jarring. I mean, if you've ever seen a show go from one studio to fucking Studio Dean, it's kind of like astronomically high how different both shows are. But at least with this show, the actual feeling is still there. It's very much exactly the same as before. I like that. It's really nice, but there is flourishes here and there as well that kind of elevate the actual material even more so. And also, the characters are brought to life so amazingly by the voice actors as well and actresses as well. They do an amazing job. Like, it's one of those things that if one takeaway from this whole entire show is actually how brilliant the voice acting is, because Kadakura is amazing. I love Kadakura to bits. Like, he's my favorite character in the show as well. But Urashiyama, especially in this whole entire episode, it's just so good, so amazing. I can't stress enough how much I just love the voice acting. It's just, oh, it's one of the best around for it. So yeah, I really can't wait to see what else this show does do, especially with the material going forward, because there's actually so many good things that could happen in this season that I just can't wait to see everyone see it, because it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So yes, with all that said, have indeed been the driver. So as always, if you actually have enjoyed the stream, then as always do leave a like, it does help quite a bit. If you have then enjoyed the entire stream as a whole, then as always do leave a sub as well. That was quite a bit all sexual, then know when your streams are live and any other streams I may do as well. If you have then enjoyed the entire streams as a whole, and as always, then do leave a follow on Twitter, when your streams are live and any other streams I do as well. Also, subsequently, then leave a follow on Twitch. We will see these streams live as well. So until next episode 3 of Golden Kamuy Season 4, episode 39, I think? 39. Till then, see you guys later. Bye for now.